Hi friends, it's Julia. I wanted to come and show you what I created at the crop that I went to, the retreat that I went to a couple of weeks ago. I took several kits with me. The bulk of the kit that I took was the April 2017, but I did take some of my Christmas supplies to scrapbook some photos that I had laid out since Christmas time. This is the first layout I created, and I was making it for part of a challenge to use craft paper. This background paper is actually craft with a silver border, and so I used that. Lots of bling and shine on this one. There's glittered embellishment snowflakes there. There's this glittered embellishment piece along here. I cut out of the same cardstock here. I cut out this Christmas tree with my die cutter and just cut it. Yeah, I mean created this layout. The back of it, you can see I just put some tape because I gutted the inside to use on a different layout, and that's what I created. This one, again, for a craft layout, craft cardstock or craft paper layout. I had this with the silver on it in my kit, and so I thought I'd pull together some embellishments and put together this layout. I had these green metallic embellishments. They're a Thickers embellishment, and I thought, when am I ever going to use those? So I had great green words to indicate snow and such, so I used those, and then I pulled in a few of them here just to kind of give this a little bit more color than the gray, the black, and the white, and the craft. Same thing on this one, also from my Christmas stash. This one is from the April 2017 Counterfeit Kit Challenge Club kit that I put together, or Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog kit that I put together. I just used the papers and everything that were in my kit excuse me, to create these layouts from here down, with the exception of a card. This, I wanted to make some Christmas cards, and I only ended up making one. Again, I used some metallic type paper and die cut a Christmas tree. These are all stickers and washi tape and scrap paper, and in the inside I just put another sticker and then washi tape along the envelope. So that's all the Christmas-y, winter-y photos that I did. Now this is where I start the April 2017 kit, and I'm still using it. I still have a little bit more to use, even though we're getting close to the middle of May. I keep using my kits until I am satisfied that I've used them up. And so this is the first layout that I created, and I've had this cardstock with all the glitter in it in my stash forever. And so I thought, okay, let me throw it in this kit and see what I can do with it. The background paper is light blue on one side, feathered on the other side, and I just gutted the center to have it to use for other layouts. And I used a lot of layering here. This is actually 6x6 paper here and here that I just cut and used as a background border. All of these were from sketches or layouts that I found inspiration on online, and I'm sorry I didn't tag who the inspiration was from, because I wanted to get as much done during the crop as I could, and so I just forgot to write it down. And you can see I used a lot of clustering. I used washi tape, I used a border punch out piece, I used multiple alphabets. Here's one, here's two, here's three, and this one is from a fourth one. And so this is a paper clip. I just broke off the clip portion and glued that down. I had a little cupcake bling in there. I had all of these words, and I left them their original size. I will typically pull them apart and make them a little bit thinner, but because I had this bulkier piece, this acrylic piece, I left them alone. Next, I created this one, and you can see the base of this collection that I put the kit together with is the Atwell collection. Again, I gutted the center of a piece of paper in order to create this layout, and this is my inspiration piece of paper for the entire collection. Excuse me, and you can see I went through, I added lots of old stickers and embellishments to the layout. I have just tons of embellishments in this kit, and so I've been using them like a fiend trying to use up what feels right on the layouts. So this is my granddaughter and her best friend from 3rd grade. And so I left this here because she's going to be here in a couple of weeks to spend the weekend, and I'm going to let her journal on that and tell about this day. It was a talent contest at her school. This was a 6x6 piece of paper, as was this. And so I used both of them there, and this one already had Choose Happy on it, and so I used it. This is an old sticker I've had in my stash forever, and I got it used up. So there's that. This one is of my youngest granddaughter, Ellie. And so again, I started off with this piece of paper, and it's very, very thin. So I backed it on a piece of paper that I knew I wasn't going to use this, and the back side is white, so I had thrown some of those in my kit, and so that's what I used here. And so just to make it give it a little bit more bulk and texture. All of this are scraps of paper all along here, washi tape and scraps of paper, lots of embellishment there. Used some older stickers to create floral accents, used a couple of wood veneer that are floral, used another one of the, or a couple more of those words that I added into my kit. I think I have 3 words, and I've still got one left, and I'm planning to use it. Lots of chipboard, enamel dots. I just love how this one turned out. And I love that I was finally able to use a lot of the washi tape. And those are even some of the washi tape strips that were included on a Freckled Fawn washi tape strip thing. Here's another one I created. This one is another one of Ellie. There's a lot of Ellie in these layouts because her mom had given me a whole stack of photos that she had printed out from her phone, and she asked me to scrap them to go into her baby book. And I just lost that off of there. Let me see if it'll stick. I had put it down with the Scotch Quick Dry, but that washi tape is so very shiny and slick, it's not sticking. So I'm going to add some glue dots. And this is one I've broken the chipboard in half to make them a little bit slimmer. I'll just tuck that right there, and hopefully that will work. Used several Freckled Fawn embellishments on this one. This hello, this bow, and some of the enamel dots are Freckled Fawn. I don't think that one is. That one started out as a paper clip, and I just broke the clip end off and then tucked it back in there. Used lots of random bits and pieces of scraps and washi tape. Again, another sketch that I followed. And I'm sorry I'm not giving credit to those. I found all these on Pinterest. This one is of my son Jason. I followed a sketch here that called for the background paper and then lots of strips of paper, and instead of just all paper, I used washi tape along there as well. Lots of chipboard from Freckled Fawn, the wood veneers Freckled Fawn. A couple of these arrows are Freckled Fawn. That is Freckled Fawn. And then the word is bummer, and then I put dude because he just looks... He was actually saying to me in this photo, before I took the photo, Mom, really? Another photo? Mom, really? Another photo? And so, yeah, I can't help myself. He's such a cute kid. A cute man. You know, he's 30 years old now. What can I say? Anywho, so I just created the background, and I used this orange background and this wood texture on this piece of paper. The orange in here felt like the orange on this rocking chair, so I just thought I'd add it in as another color scheme. And then this wood grain, this gray wood grain, makes me think of the vertical blinds behind him, and so that's why I added those two together. But I love how that one turned out, and that is such an imitation of his regular personality, you know. This one is a 2-pager that I created of my husband's new truck, new to him truck, and he got it last year in 2016. And I'm just now getting around to scrapbooking the photos. And I used lots of older stuff. I went into my Bash kit that I have sitting out from January that I still haven't used up, and so I pulled in some of these silver embellishments. I used some of the ribbon that I had added into the kit. I used washi tape from the Freckled Fawn pieces, strips, and then more washi tape, more craft paper. Use a lot of glitter on this one, guys. A lot of glitter. But that's okay. I love glitter. And my husband's truck, I don't know that these photos are the best. Not on this side anyway. It is a emerald green. He said he chose the color because green is my favorite color. And then on this one, you get shots of this hideous cutout. She's like a rat in a very slim fitting woman's bodysuit. When we walked in the door, my husband's like, that is so cool. And I'm like, well, before we'll make a deal with the truck, they'll have to throw that in whatever vehicle you decide to buy. And so the car salesman really thought I was kidding, but I really wasn't. So when he bought the truck, I picked up the cutout to take out with us. And he's like, and I'm like, no, it was part of the deal. And so they all laughed and didn't say much more. I mean, that's all they said. I mean, they just laughed about it and said, okay. And we walked out with it and brought it home. And now it is in my husband's man cave out in the garage. Another layout, this one is of my granddaughter Zoe. And this, because this background paper, this black, is so very thin and textured, I added another one of those pieces of paper that I had taken with me just to give it some stability. Used that second sheet from the Atwell collection in here and just added lots of just little bits of bling here and there. I didn't have to add much in the way of additional pattern paper because this was so busy. So I just went with the black, and then I added in a few little banner pieces here from one of the punch out pages that I added in, and another floral piece here. Added in bling that I had in my stash. I just chopped it up. I did add, to make a shelf here, I did add a piece of craft with the silver cardstock because I just felt like it pulled things together because of all the brown in the photos from my walls and my carpet. Added these paper clips that I cut the ends of them off. Used more of the chipboard pieces, arrows, stars, bling. Even a puffy sticker, and then one of the alphas, two of the alphas down here to add the date on, and then just put her name across here, ZOE. And this just talks about, you know, her love of dressing up and putting makeup on. Oh my gosh, do you see that little cute face? It's just covered with makeup. This is another 2-pager. This is Ellie again. This is her birthday in April of last year of 2016. She turned 2. And so again, I added the banner shapes here, put the number 2 on them. And then I have scraps of paper that I layered up behind, added some washi tape here, add a border strip here with not a border strip, a piece of paper that I cut into a banner shape, and added washi tape behind it. Added one of the wood veneer tags that I had along with a sticker tag in there, and used some of the brads that I have in, and these hexagonal enamel dots. Let's see, these old leatherette tags here are quite old. Those are Freckled Fawn. And then the other side, let's see. Again, more of the banner strips from the punch out paper that I had. Stickers here, and I just stamped the date on. Another one of those wood tags with the hexagonal enamel dots on there. Another sticker behind here, and just added birthday girl along there. And let me tell you, this kiddo, she was done opening presents. After about the 5th one, she's like, I'm done. And she wanted to have some cake. And then by the time she ate the cake, she was so exhausted. She didn't want to really play much anymore. She was just like, I'm so tired. Another 2-page layout here. And so, again, I took the Atwell paper, laid it across here, again down here, and then added washi tape in the middle. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 photos on this one. So I love when I can get that many photos. Added this one in with a little bit of a border strip, the glitter border strip, only because she was so stinking cute in this photo. I used some of the acrylic pieces that I have in there. That's a chipboard arrow with the acrylic arrow over top of it, and then more, excuse me, of the, not enamel, the little puffy sticker arrows from the Freckled Fawn embellishments. A couple of different fonts here, the Happy, the Birthday, and the Ellie Bean. So there's 3 different fonts there. And then on this one, I just took the glittered Party. It was on a sticker sheet from Freckled Fawn, and so it had Party as a banner, and I just added the red glitter behind it so that it popped out even more because of the red background paper here. And then I took one of the bling strips that I had and used it as the streamer for the banner there. Another paper clip here just says take note, and I left the paper clip portion on. A puffy camera, a puffy arrow, and then just the simple journaling on there. And so there's that one. And then the final layout that I created at the crop was one of the girls took a photo of us, and there weren't that many of us. And so here we are sitting, there's a fireplace there, and we're sitting in front of the fireplace. And so I just put down here scrapbook and then spring retreat. Excuse me. Added just in some simple embellishments. 6x6 piece of paper here, another piece of 6x6 here, and then another piece where I cut it here. Use the different smaller fonts in order to put our names down. Put in some of the ribbon, lacy ribbon that I had here, and then the lacy washi tape that I had behind it. Added in a black leatherette bow, and then some of the feathers I added in. Lots of little enamel dots throughout. And then I put Scrapbook 2017 and Spring Retreat so for my title. And I just let the paper do the talking for me because it's so busy. I didn't add tons and tons of little bitties to it. And this one was an older sheet of paper that I had added in for the red background, and I didn't feel like I needed, because it's got a gray I think circle image on the front of it. I didn't feel like I needed the inside of that one, so I didn't gut it. Nor did I gut this dark blue background here. I just left it. And so that's what I created at my crop that I went to at the end of April. Anyway, thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day.